Chapter 3, the Project Management Process Groups, a case study. All context in this presentation is from the book, Information Technology Project Management, 8th edition. Learning objectives. Describe the 5 project management process groups, the typical level of activity for each, and the interactions among them. Understand how the project management process groups relate to the project management knowledge areas. Discuss how organizations develop information technology, IT, project management methodologies to meet their needs. Learning objectives. Review a case study of an organization applying the project management process groups to manage an IT project. Describe outputs of each process group, and understand the contribution that effective initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing make to project success. Review the same case study of a project managed with an agile focus to illustrate the key differences in approaches. Describe several templates for creating documents for each process group. Project management process groups. A process is a series of actions directed toward a particular result. Project management can be viewed as a number of interlinked processes. The project management process groups include initiating processes, planning processes, executing processes, monitoring and controlling processes, closing processes. Figure 3-1. Percentage of time spent on each process group. Many people ask for guidelines on how much time to spend in each process group. In his book Alpha Project Managers, What the Top 2% Know That Everyone Else Does Not, Andy Crow collected data from 860 project managers in various companies and industries in the United States. He found that the Alpha project managers spent more time on every process group, except executing, than their counterparts as shown in Figure 3-1. Notice that the Alpha project managers spent almost twice as much time on planning, 21% versus 11%. As other project managers, spending more time on planning should lead to less time spent on execution, which should reduce the time and money spent on projects. The best project managers know and practice this important concept. Do a good job of planning. What went wrong? Philip A. Pell, PMP, commented on how the U.S. IRS needed to improve its project management process. Pure and simple, good, methodology-centric, predictable, and repeatable project management is the single greatest factor in the success, or in this case failure, of any project. The project manager is ultimately responsible for the success or failure of the project. A 2014 U.S. Government Accountability Office (GAO) report stated that IRS had significant cost and schedule variances in over 68% of its major IT projects. Media snapshot. Just as information technology projects need to follow the project management process groups, so do other projects, such as the production of a movie. Processes involved in making movies might include screenwriting, initiating, producing, planning, acting and directing, executing, editing, monitoring and controlling, and releasing the movie to theaters, closing. Many people enjoy watching the extra features on a DVD that describe how these processes led to the creation of a movie. This acted not as promotional filler but as a serious and meticulously detailed examination of the entire filmmaking process. Project managers in any field know how important it is to follow a good process. Mapping the process groups to the knowledge areas. You can map the main activities of each PM process group into the 10 knowledge areas using the PMBOK Registered Sign Guide, 5th edition, 2013. Note that there are activities from each knowledge area under the planning process groups. Table 3-1 provides a big-picture view of the relationships among the 47 project management activities, the process groups in which they are typically completed, and the knowledge areas into which they fit. The activities listed in the table are the main processes for each knowledge area listed in the PMBOK Registered Sign Guide, 5th edition. Table 3-1 continued. Developing an IT project management methodology. Just as projects are unique, so are approaches to project management. Many organizations develop their own project management methodologies, especially for IT projects. A methodology describes how things should be done. A standard describes what should be done. Prince2, Agile, RUP, and Six Sigma provide different project management methodologies. Global issues. A 2011 study of organizations across India included the following findings. 2/3 of organizations in some stage of Agile adoption are realizing key software and business benefits in terms of faster delivery of products to the customer, an improved ability to manage changing requirements, and higher quality and productivity. In IT, organizations struggle with the magnitude of the cultural shift required for Agile, opposition to change, a lack of coaching and help in the Agile adoption process, and a lack of qualified people. The daily stand-up, iteration planning, and release planning are the most commonly used practices, while paired programming and open workspaces are not popular. What went right? Organizations that excel in project management complete 89% of their projects successfully, compared to only 36% of organizations that do not have good project management processes. PMI estimates that poor project performance costs over $109 million for every $1 billion invested in projects and programs. Case study: JWD Consulting's Project Management Intranet site. This case study provides an example of what's involved in initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and closing an IT project. You can download templates for creating your own project management documents from the companion website for this text or the author's site note. This case study provides a big picture view of managing a project. Later chapters provide detailed information on each knowledge area.